Hey, how's it going? Today is 15th of February, Thursday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available out there. Let's take a look at energy production, right? So it would be, I would say, very important problems. How we're taking a look at the data storage, food, energy production, and perhaps let's take a look at housing as well. Very important problems, right? In this article, there's two different articles that I'm interested in. Let's take a look at some of energy production when it comes to fusion, right, and perhaps partnerships. As of now, I haven't read this article. Let's do it together, perhaps, and let's try to understand what's happening within the sector. UK EI and SNL partner to accelerate fusion energy development, right? So why I'm reading this article is because I'm interested to get in, right? So how I can get the seat at the table, right? That's why I'm interested, right? There might be discussing something that's happened in the past, which sometimes it's important, but it's not the reason why I'm reading it. What is the reason why I'm reading it? How I can get into some of these projects, right, and how I can help and solve some of these problems, right. So perhaps there might be some contact information. If not, perhaps we are wasting everyone's time. If you would ask me, we're just wasting time, right? But either way, let's try to understand this article. Agreement complements the signing today of the Memorandum of Understanding between the UK and Canada, reflecting a new partnership on fusion energy. Canada, I think, if you would ask me that, perhaps France. I think when it comes to fusion energy, if you would ask me who have the as of now, with my limited research, perhaps France has a better market. But either way, let's try to understand this article. The United Kingdom's Atomic Energy Authority and Canadian Nuclear Laboratories have signed collaboration framework agreement to partner and develop technologies in relation to the management of tritium and fusion energy fuel. Okay, okay. It can be a very promising market, but it's a new market. How can it get into or similar projects? This agreement complements the signing dates of memorandum of understanding by UK Energy Secretary. There's the names there, and Canada's memorandum of understanding enhance collaboration on the key focus areas including research and development, regulatory harmonization, and skills and workforce development. Okay, okay, so it might be very important those areas so that they have highlighted, right, as well as there's people are making some statements. So how we can get in there? Key focus of partnership will be on hydrogen isotope management within the fusion fuel cycle. Okay, safely removing, processing, and reinjection of fuel to the plasma in continuous manner. Hydrogen isotope management is an all essential part of fusion fuel cycle. Tritium needs to be separated from other hydrogen isotope in the exhaust gas so that it can be re- can be recycled and or reused as a fuel, fusion fuel. Tritium is rare in nature, so many tritium efficient is critical to fusion energy commercial availability. Right. Myself, I'm interested in particular when we take a look at hydrogen and our energy production, right? So that's something that myself I'm interested. I won't be covering all the article. I'm just going to be taking a look at the United Kingdom and Canada collaboration builds on the announcement of the UK and US strategic partnership on fusion energy. So perhaps if there is going to be any contact information, I'm going to be looking into the chat and see how we can potentially work together with this team. Right? Let's progress to the next article. Most likely, department responsible that will be atomic energy department within the UK, right? As well as fusion quickly, right? Fusion could provide a vital and limitless source of low carbon energy. So that really perhaps a process of solving some of the problems, right? But it's ongoing thing, by the way. It's something that was discovered by Russian scientists, by the way. Let's give it credit where credit is due, right? Once that been said, this is something that they're working on. Okay, let's take a look at the next article after the press release. UK strengthens collaboration on energy security and fusion. Energy security secretary, that's named there, attended a ministerial meeting on International Energy Agency in Paris, right? Let's try to understand that. If you would ask me, perhaps that might be the way of. There's a lot of partnerships, right? So even then, I was taking a look at Canada. They're referring back to U.S. partnership. So that's actually U.S. partnership, right? If you'd ask me now, we're taking a look at Paris, right? So perhaps everyone's in that. We can just solve exactly the same problem, right? Let's try to understand this article. The Energy Security Secretary, there's the name there, European allies wait a week to discuss a plan to transition away from liquefied natural gas (LNG) followed the UK's lead at the ministerial meeting of the International Energy Agency in Paris. The Secretary of the State also signed a landmark new fusion partnership with Canada, bringing the UK a step closer to developing near limitless sources of clean energy. It's okay. Okay, this is something that perhaps are looking to achieve, right? So that perhaps be more when it comes to energy independent, right? If I would be taking a look at some of the prices for the UK as of now, it's one of the highest in the world. That's what's really happening. I don't know what the announcements and feel good, feel bad. I'm not looking for that. And there's no feeling. What's happening, real data. What's happening within UK is one of the highest. What they're saying, it's they're doing something to reduce that cost. Oh, great. Let's try to understand it and see how we can help them to do it. Let's progress from there. Otherwise, it's just a mess again. The Memorandum of Understanding with Canada of Fusion Energy will seek to improve collaboration on research and development, harmonizing the approach to regulations and developing a workforce and skills base with the will strengthen cooperation between the UK and Canada and support the development of fusion worldwide. It will also support the UK's 650 million fusion program. Okay, that's a big chunk of cash, right? So it's something that I was taking a look at previously. 100 million potentially can take government to the Mars or to the moon, not Mars. It's something that 74 million have taken India to the moon. That's how much it costs, right? To put things into perspective. Perhaps you can do it with 100. So we're taking a look. That's how price of this issue that we're discussing here. So not that many people can do it. Again. I wish that they could. I'm looking to engage. How I can engage to help? I'm looking to engage. Where are those engineers? Where are they? Tell me. And if they are, and how they can engage, how these engineers can solve some of those problems at the price. How many salads or lettuce do we need to sell in the shop? How many to cover 650 million? That's massive. That's massive. Either way, that's my guess. The energy generation from fusion is many million times more efficient than burning coal, oil, and gas, and coal generate the near ultimate supply of clean, efficient. That's idea. This is what that's manage our expectations, right? Transforming levels to reach net zero and delivering long-term energy independence, right? So since I was taking a look at how and with development processes and how many decades as of now and where the sector is. So since I have done this research and I have understand people who and governments and everything, so it's decades and decades and decades and a lot of investments, which might be important, but let's focus on those. Yeah, I don't know if people think that other people can't think for themselves. They don't understand what's really happening with some of those articles, right? While someone is taking money away, let's blame this guy. Let's see some balances on where some of the finances was spent as of now. Let's try to understand it, and which is really important. Should be important. We shouldn't be looking for anyone to blame in this occasion. If you would ask me, fusion energy have been started based on some of the scientists from Russia, and now they're looking to blame Russia. So while they're taking your money away, this is what's really happening. While we're taking 650 million away from the taxpayers, we're looking to blame Russia for who have started everything in the first place. Fusion was scientists from Russia who have put things together. Yourself, if you'd be interested in learning more, I have published a book that would be something that I would be taking a look at livestock, sustainable living and livestock enterprise and where to begin when it comes to establishing a business and how you can potentially have it and operate it. That would be milestones and something that I would be taking a look at within this book. From zero progression to first 10,000 and how you can achieve it. That would be dollars, euros, pounds, and how you can potentially have those. And within this book I would be focusing only on the first milestone, right? So that would be initial phase. That's something I would be focusing on and sharing as much information that I can within the book. I was trying to keep everything within 100 pages, but just over 100 pages, right? So just making sure that people would succeed. And I'm looking to share this book with as many people as I can. If it's something yourself you're interested in, that would be livestock enterprises and or where to begin, where to start, where to go, what to do. That would be, I would say, where to begin. You can find the QR code in the contact company's website below. Let's focus what's really important, right? Like how we can solve this problem when it comes to fusion production. Let's do not get all political. In the following of recent announcement, a 300 million investment to become the first country in Europe outside of Russia to launch a high-tech Halaya nuclear fuel program. Okay, well, we're getting a little political again. Let's give all that information. Who cares? Who cares that it has nothing to do with anything other than how much finance was allocated and how taxpayers have been trying to trick. And let's do not twist our ankles within this article. How much money we're talking about? Misdirections. Let's keep those to the minimum, please. And there's some highlights, right, from recent investments made, right. Hopefully, energy security is very important, right? So hopefully, government or some of the initiatives can deliver on energy security as of now. Uh, that's for people to decide, and as well as myself, when I'm reading this article, it's for me to decide what's important and what's not important. If I think it's not important, let's skip it. How much money? How many millions? Okay. I'll focus on those. While intention of this article would be perhaps focusing on other things other than sums of money and how money and where, and there perhaps nothing to show, which might be important. Let's see if we can reach out to this organization, see how we can help. Thanks for watching. See you next one.